but for Monday Night Football. You know, Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA's NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC Super Bowl that we store between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in for championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
A challenge indeed. A 14-2 team against a 4-seed undefeated Los Angeles Rams. I don't get why there's no score. By the way, the Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl, and whoever wins this game will see the Chiefs.
Underway in the NFC title game.
The Texans, because Bill O'Brien is a fucking hat.
Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's got Burton here. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
From the 38, Trubisky able to find Shaheen here. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, come on, D, I need to stop right here. I'm not trying to be on defense this first quarter.
Completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit.
Boom, that works.
And it won't help them at contract time.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands.
All right, Jones, let's see what you got.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And out across midfield down to the 45. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Jones. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys gonna come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here's Jones on 1st down to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Evan Ingram there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
It's just me and you.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And all the way up to the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On the toss, here's Michel. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Cohen.
Are you kidding me? How did he break that tackle?
He does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target. But it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder as we to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jones operating from the gun. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Jones now 9 of 16 through the air as he's under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better.
And the ball is knocked out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton.
Get ready, get ready.
So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the Battle of the Sea. He will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs squaring off against the Houston Texans. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Evan Ingram works his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all three will have. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all three will have. Deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. Simeon incomplete on first. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Simeon. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the red zone now, Simeon. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Fielded at the 20.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And he'll find Moreau here. A huge play that time for the Rams. 46 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. To throw again on second down. Simeon to Michelle on the screen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Simeon incomplete on first. Here's 2nd and 10 now. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's Barkley. Powers through. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. It's a big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially
in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Nope, he missed the pass.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel
now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Was that Trubisky that made the tackle?
His eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown,
oh my God, that is Trubisky that made the tackle. Wow. That's the first. A quarterback making the tackle.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Trubisky, and Woods has it complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets this one to use check. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Simeon. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Going to throw right side here, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Go, 18 Gators.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Simeon. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. After each game, a player gets graded on his performance, and that's every play of the game. So while that was the last play and it didn't change the outcome, he's still going to get kudos for playing it to the end.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point.
Kansas City,
It's
you're
up
next.
And good, and they add 1 more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.